Content warning. Universe Zero is a fun exploration of self-discovery, childish games, and crass comments between a few friends and a pool of dice. Full content warning is going to be in the description below. Welcome to Universe Zero, an actual play podcast where I, James, will lead these adventurers into a manic and bizarro world, pulling inspiration from all my favorite childhood anime, manga, and comics, blending it into a fast-paced, high-energy world where anyone can push past their limits and become a hero of their own story. Let me introduce you to the players this week. I'm going to throw it over to Josh.
I'm Josh. I play Dart, the level 0 nobody, a frog-looking humanoid, who is, I haven't watched too much anime, but it's my every, coming-of-age male anime, all wrapped into one character.
Yes. I think you're doing a great job of being like hyper optimistic and also kind of not understanding how humans work.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Our other player today is Jacob.
Hey everyone, I'm Jacob, and I'm playing Marvin, not the Martian, the Nolian, the gray alien. He's kind of like your weird neighbor who's always asking to do tarot readings for you and has got crystals up everywhere and most likely a permanent marker circle somewhere around their house with some salt around it where they keep their little pet, You know what I'm talking about. Everyone's got one neighbor like that. That's Marvin.
Marvin is the guy who I would run into down in Eugene at a bar who'd be like, hey, will you buy me a beer if I give you a tarot card reading?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly Marvin.
Yeah.
But the thing is that he wouldn't drink the beer afterwards.
True.
He just wants to do the tarot reading.
Yeah. No, I'd have to give Marvin like a 9-volt battery or something to lick.
Yeah.
So like all weeks, we have a Universe Zero question. This one, because I think we're gonna get in a fight, is what was the first fight or tussle your character ever participated in, and did they start it?
That's a good one. I haven't thought about something like this yet.
So Dart is not usually the first person to initiate any sort of violence. And because of this, and with his little scooter that is now broken down, the day it broke caused quite a backup in traffic, and there were some not so happy drivers on the same street, and one man wanted to have words with Dart for blocking the road.
So Dart's first tussle was on Earth
From a road rager.
So is Bogan a pretty peaceful place?
Yeah, Bogan's everybody's got their 57 acres or something,
Yeah.
A lot of space.
Oh.
Very nature planet.
That makes I think that would also make
Swampy.
sense. Yeah. Not under you don't understand what's the rush? Why do I have to get out of the road? So
Yeah.
And what was Marvin's first fight or tussle?
So, we talked previously on a question a couple episodes back about something that happened in their past that they still have fears over, right? So before Marvin hit the egregore of thought and emotion and fried his little gray alien brain, he used to be a rather applied student. He loved learning. He was relatively smart and a bit of an asshole know-it-all. So his first fight was shortly after leaving the I believe we called them nutrient pods or something like that. The education pods.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly after leaving the education pods, he ran into his first fellow Nolian who wasn't so applied, and he corrected him. This Nolian then turned and hit him as hard as he could in the jaw. Clocked him out. There was no fighting back from Marvin. Not at all. He was splayed out. And that was the first time he ever got into a fight.
Well, let's hope if we have one, we'll see what you all choose to do. If we have one, it goes better for both of you later.
Yeah.
And let's see what happened last time on Universe Zero. Last time on Universe Zero, our party of positively charged pals, filled with purpose and determination, found themselves waking up to a brand new day. Healed up and heading out with fervor, friendship, and determination, the party found themselves standing outside the auto body shop of Dart and Johnny. Staring at the wreckage made by the Rotten Core gang, who dumbly branded the walls with their logo, making it simple to track down the perturbed perpetrators, the party then gathered Johnny's well-hidden belongings. Dart and Marvin learned that nearly everything was dismantled or decimated, even the shop-bought Vroomba, who was hanging on by a wire, but Dart was able to patch him up. Seeking guidance, the trio ran to Sensei Yukon's, only to find his dojo mashed and extra crispy. Here, the group met Detective Apple, a squid folk, and his 2 plotting police agents, keeping the scene secure. Dart and Johnny learned from Apple that Sensei Yukon lay hard-boiled in the hospital, which caused them to lose patience and run ahead, while Marvin poked around and learned that the 2 police officers, Mounds and Joy, are rotten to the core, as they're working for Granny Smith and keeping her recipes secret. Rushing off to the hospital, the party met their mummified master fending off the aggressively nurturing nursing staff from their overly assertive sponge baths. After learning what Cosmic Crisp and company did, the trio filled with burning determination to pulverize Cosmic as soon as they could. We ended with a bit of fate, as Marvin happened to have a mystic bean procured from the ruins of Yukon's dojo that he gave to the weakened sensei, allowing the bruised Spud to break free of his bondages and completely heal in an instant. What will happen this time on Universe Zero as the party heads out to meet Cosmic and the Rotten Core gang? We join them here in the hospital with a healed Yukon, who is currently the nursing staff doesn't know that he's perfectly fit to leave. Oh wow, that bean really did wonders. I don't think we've properly met. Everyone calls me Sensei Yukon. What's your name? As he looks down towards the little Nolian friend.
Yeah, man. Everyone calls me. Marvin, man.
Oh, actually, I think we met once at Johnny's birthday party. Yeah, wasn't it, I think we all played like pin the tail on the donkey, and Marvin kept missing and hitting you instead. Oh yes, I remember that.
Oh, you guys told me to pin the tail on the nearest ass.
Surprised eyes look at each other in the room. I think at this point, Johnny's like, "Oh yeah, we should, get you out of here." Yukon's like, "That'd be swell, but as you can see, I'm just in my hospital robes. I think I might need some help sneaking out of here." And again, Sensei Yukon is a big person. He, again, 8 feet, almost 9 feet tall, humanoid, ripped muscles that glisten in the suds of the sponge bath that was trying to be applied to him. He'll need probably some assistance to sneak out of here, because that nursing staff, as per the intro, is very aggressive about their nurturing.
Well, this is an anime world,
Mm-hmm.
right? How high up are we? Like, what floor are we on of the hospital?
I'd probably say that you're on the 5th floor.
Yeah, he's fine. He could jump right out the window. The anime rules. Even in D&D rules, that's what, 5d10?
Yeah.
He's fine.
There's got to be an open truck of feathers driving by, right?
A hover truck, thank you.
Yeah.
A turtle car? Is that what we were calling them?
Yeah, the turkey tail.
The turkey car, yeah.
Any help would suffice. And he tries to open the windows, and the windows only open a bit, probably to prevent people from jumping out of them when they're upset or angry.
Well, I'm very rarely inclined to really stick my neck out for other people, but with the way you guys have been acting, I could go out there and I could eat some batteries in front of the nurses. I'm sure I can catch back up later.
what would Dart like to say to what's going on?
So, from Darth's perspective, everyone's speech is muffled, and his stomach goes. Like, yeah, we just gotta do whatever it takes, guys. I'm gonna like zombie walk, holding my stomach, just leave the building extra slow, just the most direct path. Obviously, like whatever needs to happen happens. So I'm just gonna open the door and start walking out.
You said
Let's get out of here.
zombie walk, like that you're
Just
surprised.
slow motion. No,
Okay.
because he's. I don't know the last time Dart's eaten. He had that one fish 2 nights ago or something.
True.
Oh yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah.
I haven't thought of it. Marvin's been snacking.
Yeah, I would say that as you're leaving, I don't know how hungry you are, but you definitely would smell other patients' food in the hallway. The hospital mashed potatoes, runny eggs, things like that. Where it's like weirdly under and over salted at the same time. I'm not sure how hospitals do it. Maybe it's just like straight MSG that they put on instead of actual salt. So as you're zombie walking out, Johnny will say to Marvin, like, yeah, anything to distract the nurses would probably be great, or if we could somehow disguise Sensei Yukon, we could do that. I don't know if Marvin has any disguise skills that from.
I'm gonna immediately hit you with a meanwhile if I can.
Sure.
I'm entering like a nearby patient's room because of the food smell.
Yeah.
And since I'm keeping my stuff in slow motion, I'll let you continue for a bit.
Oh yeah, Dart will enter like an elderly lady's room who she can't see very well, and just, is that you, Timmy? You've come to visit your grandma?
Don't mind me, Grandma.
No. Can you hand me that water over there? And it's just one of those big cylinders of water with a large straw.
Right. Dart's so nervous about taking from somebody, but he feels like he needs to. So he's going to start sweating quite a bit from the nerves. Palms are sweaty, specifically. I'm going to hand her the water, and it's going to be nice, fresh frog goop on the exterior as I hand it over.
And she uses both hands to pick it up, and you see that she still has her mashed potatoes uneaten. She's like, I can't eat any of this. I just want a fine sandwich.
You don't want this because you want something else?
Yes, I don't want mashed potatoes. I want a sandwich.
Oh, well, I'll get this out of your way and call someone up here.
Okay, Timmy.
Hey, my name's not You're welcome, Grandma.
You have a tray of hospital food, which is over proportioned with mashed potatoes.
Cool. I'm gonna sit next to Grandma and eat my meal right there. No time to waste.
Meanwhile, over with Sensei Yukon, as Dart is eating his mashed potatoes, Johnny is rummaging through the hospital room, looking for anything to help hide Sensei Yukon's buttocks from the fresh air.
I do have a disguise skill, so I guess I could, as I'm relearning how to look at my character sheet and realizing that there's a whole section that says skills, I could potentially disguise him. While Johnny's looking around, I'm gonna start. Marvin starts putting his hands up, kind of like doing like the square, like framing Yukon a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
He's turning it around, like getting a little bit of a diamond action. And he's just trying to get like a good idea of like face shape and everything. Yeah, man, you got a real pliable body there. Anyone ever tell you that, Yukon?
I don't know if pliable has ever been used to describe me.
But just look at these muscle fibers, man. Like, with all the is it inappropriate to call it kung fu? With all the martial arts you do, the muscle fibers are quite flexible. I think I could work with this, man. I think I can get us out of here. You mind if I rummage around a bit, at Johnny?
Yeah, have at it. I only found, this old stethoscope.
He's gonna grab Johnny and like pull. He starts like digging through the drawers around for things, and this feels like a good time to roll.
Yeah. I would say in the hospital, there's enough things around that I just want you to roll you have 2 disguise dice, and you can roll those with action, and then you can also use like your charisma.
How'd you feel like charisma?
Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
Which would
Look
give
at
you a
that.
total
So,
of 6,
7,
8.
right?
And how this one's gonna work is similar to like hiding and other things. I want to know the number of successes you're gonna have. Yeah, it's gonna be 4 plus the number of staged up successes you have, and that's gonna be like how, if someone was trying to see through your disguise check, what they would have to roll to see through it.
Cool. So let's see what this is. I'm gonna roll 8 dice here in our handy dandy dice roller, and we'll see what happens.
You got one.
That's rough. That's one exploding. So that is just for our audio audience here. That's a 3, a 3, a 1, a 3, a 2, a 2, a 1, a 4, and a 2.
Which makes really just 1 6. The target number is again. So with this one, if someone wants to see through the disguise, they would only have to roll a 4 to see through it. But
Yeah.
we'll keep that noted. So it's like a bog standard. You're not super proficient at it yet.
I imagine what I do. I imagine what I do is I find some more hospital robes, right? And I fashion out some clothing out of the hospital robes. So anyone who looks at a glance would just be like, oh, that's a person in pants and a shirt. But when you really look, you're like, wait, why has he got hospital robe pants, hospital robe shirt, hospital robe hat, and a mask?
Yeah.
The initial look, the initial glance, the peripheral vision, you're like, oh, that's just a guy.
I like that you also gave him a hat.
Yeah. Well, I didn't roll that good, guys. Come on. Maybe if I would have gotten one more 4, then the intelligence would have kicked in a little bit. You know,
The
again,
hat is meant to distract from everything else going on.
exactly. Look,
That is a
Look,
really
it's-
wonderful hat. Where did you get that wrap?
okay, look. The wisdom isn't acting here. I got a 1, right?
Yeah.
A 1 wisdom. But I'm
Also,
smart enough
okay.
to make an outfit. You're
Smart enough to put on a rainbow afro and a fanny pack in the morning.
Exactly. And I got the social skills to pull it off. And that's why Marvin put together a hospital gown outfit. Is this really so weird for the guy who looks like a gray alien clown mixed with Rainbow Bright?
You know what? Over on the planet of Scrub, where this is high fashion. He would blend right in.
Eagle.
Yeah. You know, he looks down at himself. Well, at least my butt's not hanging out. I think this will work.
Yeah, man. And he's gonna before go. Marvin puts his hands he reaches up on his tippy toes and he grabs Yukon's face and just pushes in a little bit just to get a little bit more of a different face shape. Just now, I need you to hold this here like this, man. See, I told you your face was very pliable.
Okay.
You got this, man. I believe in you.
Your face is pliable.
Okay. And he's just sucking in his cheeks,
Yeah.
making a squinty face like, okay, I think I can do this. As he tries to he ducks under the door and they all start your way out.
In my room with Grandma, is there a telephone or an intercom?
Yeah,
or
there's
something of that manner?
the nurse page buttons. There is a telephone. Have to hit 9 to get out.
So I'm gonna finish that plate of stuff, mashed potato meal, and I am going to activate or approach whatever communications there are there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who the message goes to, but I'm just gonna send out a message. Sandwich, please. And then walk out the room.
just pick up the phone, hit a button, calls the nurse, and you're just, sandwich, please. Okay.
Yep. And then hang up and walk. I'm gonna walk out. Bye, Grandma. It's nice to see you.
Bye. It's Tim, Tom, Timmy, Tim.
No, my name's. Oh yeah. See ya.
And
I'm going to the next room for more food.
yeah.
Like the next one that smells.
Yeah. As you leave, you can see that Sensei Yukon is slowly sashaying down the hallway as in his all
Do I recognize them through the disguise?
You know what? Roll if you as a passively no. I actually don't think that you would.
I'm not gonna worry about it then. I'm not looking for Yukon. I'm looking for food.
So I think that's a good. Yeah, I'm gonna say passively from like your smarts ability score. I don't think that you would. Yeah. Because you have a 3 and it's a 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a tall, good-looking gentleman over there.
I like his hat.
Plus, also, you know that Master Yukon like never wears a shirt, so this is
Right.
you'd expect a
Immediately
shirtless.
can't be him.
Can't be him. He's wearing a shirt. Yeah, and you would be able to find like another person in their hospital room asleep.
Nice.
You can definitely
Oh, cool.
make a like hide check to sneak in, or you can just clumsily walk in. Whatever you'd like to
I'm
do.
clumsy. There's no. Rolling dice is fun, but that's not what's happening right now.
Okay, let me just roll some of these really quick. As you approach the food.
So,
Mhm.
how'd you describe this person?
So they're currently asleep, shades drawn. They have the same kind of shepherd's pie mashed potatoes. In fact, more or less what I'm currently eating at the end of their hospital bed. This room does have 2 people in it, and as you clumsily walk into it, the person who is beyond, you hear the hospital curtains just drastically get pulled to the side, and they're just like, "I've been waiting for 5 hours for my enema. Where?" And they look down at you. "You're not the nurse."
Regardless of anybody's appearance, the person that's asleep, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just visiting Grandma because it worked last time.
and yeah, and you see that it is just a sleeping gentleman there. I guess could be a grandma.
No, whatever you want it to be. The more wrong it is, I think, the funnier.
Yeah. It's like, like a 23-year-old person who's asleep on the bed.
I'm just here to see my grandma. Pointing at the young man.
The other person who's standing up is just, get out of here. I don't have my butt out for an enema for no reason. You don't need to be sneaking in here watching, you pervert. Get out of here, you little froggy
I'm
guy.
gonna pick up the phone in the room.
Okay.
Press the same button I pressed last time. And I'm gonna say, 1 enema, please.
The nurse at the station who just like is answering multiple calls is just like, what? Who? And they like look at the number, and the person who's like waiting for the enema is they've been pushing the nurse call button, but I think that they disabled it because this person is a high, like, what, there's always that one person in the hospital that's like, they're gonna wait. That's this person that you're dealing with. And they're just like, nurse, this person's stealing food. And where's my enema?
Yeah, I'm still just going for the food.
You can take it. They're not going to stop you. They're more worried about getting a nurse.
I do have a side motive of the faculty looking for the intruder instead of my friends.
Okay. Yeah, I think due to enough of a commotion, there will be at least one orderly that comes in and is like, "Sir, please sit down." Oh, sorry, you can't sit. That's why we're doing this. Please use the resting wall that we have to lean, and I'll find somebody for you. As they like look down at you and they're like, what are you doing?
I'm like mouthful of mashed potatoes. I'm just here to eat something, that's all, and visiting Grandma. Pointing at the young man that's unconscious.
Like is going for the walkie-talkie on their belt and is just
I think we got a food thief. Can I get security up to the 5th floor, please?
turns the walkie-talkie off. I'm gonna need you to leave.
I'll leave in just a moment. I'm gonna start eating quicker and talking while eating. It's good to see you, Grandma. They're doing great. And I'm just gonna like glide past this person,
Sure.
nonchalant, like nothing happened.
Yeah, they're not gonna actively try to stop you, but as you slide out of the door, you do see security, like 2 standard security officers. One is a like wolf-looking guy, and another one is a really thin human, but also tall. And they're just like, "Hey, you! Hey, stop! What are you doing? Put down the potatoes."
I think I'm good for now. And I'm gonna hand one of them my empty bowl and just walk past them.
I will.
It's always nice to see Grandma.
I will say, go ahead and do like a defense roll.
Yeah.
They will try and hold on to you. Roll as many as you want right now.
Roll them all. Go bigger. Don't go.
Oh yeah.
You got this. I can't.
I got a
see the
5.
roll.
For what I had planned, that works because they're not super determined. They just want you to leave. So I don't know if you want to run at all or if you're just sauntering out. But
I'm going to keep my distance. Whatever their pace is, I'm going to be, one ahead of them.
yeah, I think for that moment, you were definitely keeping security's attention and the nurse's attention as they're like, who is that weird little frog guy? As, Yukon and Marvin and Johnny are able to saunter out of the hospital as someone else is making a big enough disturbance.
Yeah, guys, I told you my disguise would work great.
Yeah, I think that, he looks great. I'm actually I barely recognized him with a shirt on.
That was the main part of the disguise, is putting a shirt on him.
We should head back to my dojo and I'll see if there's any clothes left, and then we should pay this Cosmic a visit. Need to pay him back for what he did to the dojo. Where'd Dart go? As you all see Dart like hopping out of the hospital with multiple security guards behind him. I would imagine if you're trying to stay a step ahead of them, eventually it does become a run.
Okay. Yeah,
And-
that's fun.
As you bound out of the front doors, you would use your leap ability to
Yeah.
and just kind of
And if there's at any point food being delivered, I'm also taking that on, if I just happen to, pull a cloche off and grab one more item.
you do find the sandwich that was supposed to go to Granny.
I'm taking it. I don't know where it's going at.
Fuck you, Grandma.
This is where there's that scene right before the commercial where it's just Dart jumping towards camera with a sandwich in the
Yes.
mouth and then part of the sandwich flying behind.
Yeah, and the entire food cart is the background.
Yeah.
Big crashed.
Are you planning to just sit around the house all summer with nothing to do? Do you want to do something exciting that's worth bragging to all your friends about on the first day of school? Then come to Camp Starry Nights. We're a sleepaway camp here on the shores of scenic Candlewood Lake. You'll enjoy exciting summer activities such as orienteering,
It would be fun to have the secret map.
sleeping underneath the stars, our beloved Starry Nights Out.
So my Oma used to tell the story to scare us. It's about the Patzenworm.
And even strutting your stuff for all your new friends in our popular Starfinder talent show.
Hey Lily, you don't think that the counselors would let me shoot an apple off your head, do you?
We're celebrating the camp's 60th anniversary this year, so it will be extra exciting. Oh my stars! Listen to Starry Nights, a new magical girl-themed summer camp TTRPG adventure. Available now everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.
But yeah, you're all able to meet back up after our commercial break, and you're all together. Is there anything Marvin or Dart would like to say to each other as Yukon is just leading the pack towards his old dojo?
When I get back with the group, by deductive reasoning, and not by looking through the disguise. Oh! That's how you did that! I mean, a lot of social creatures, they use facial recognition, but I think I've accidentally been using torso recognition for Yukon.
Yeah, man. You see, I was really hoping that most people are using torso recognition for Yukon on account of his, everything.
It's torso mostly.
Yeah.
Yukon like pulls off the top of his outfit disguise. He's like, well, I can make my abs talk, and he like flexes his abs.
Does a voice come out?
And he's just like, yeah, and he's just like, hey Dart, how's it going? Hey Marvin, I don't know why, but it's Macho Man Reggie Savage coming out of my
It's
stomach.
the only option. That's why.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Yukon based loosely on a mixture of The Rock, Jack Black, and Randy Savage? Because that's the vibe I'm getting.
He is now, apparently. Yeah. I just had him as big, muscular martial arts guy.
Nice.
So, yeah, he's some combo.
So, while looking at the torso talking, I'm going to turn my head towards Johnny, but not my eyes. I can't look away. I'm going to turn my head towards Johnny and be like, not because of this, but something back there reminded me, like, how's your grandma doing, Johnny?
Well, she lives with my parents. I think she's doing fine. I haven't called in some time.
She used to bring you lunch at work once in a while.
Yeah, when she's in town, yeah. But I should probably talk to her more.
It's just a weird thing I remembered.
It hit me slowly. The idea of seeing his abs talk and being like, oh wait, Johnny's grandma.
You all make your way to the remains of the Shell School dojo. There, Yukon is able to find some remnants of clothes in the debris. As he does that, he's just wondering, where they could possibly find Cosmic. If y'all have run into him before, have any ideas where they could look. Otherwise, maybe someone you could call. Who knows?
Guys, why don't we call the universe? And he's gonna reach into his fanny pack and pull out the incorrect to him set of cards, but the black deck. And he's not like, he's really in it. He's like, this is my moment to shine. He thinks he's doing normal shit. He hasn't put together really that like pulling these cards does magic shit. All right, guys, I need you to believe just a little bit here. And Yukon, I need you to believe extra hard. And he wiggles his little fingers at him.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna throw 3 cards out really quick, just like, oh, these are actually kind of perfect. Adaptation, collaboration, and believing.
Wow, no way.
So I don't know how you want to roll that. You know what, James, you're the DM.
True.
I'll let you roll it.
True.
I'll let you
Yeah.
roll this. I'll let you roll with this. I could make something up.
So it was
these are the magic deck.
As you pull these cards, it's interesting that you also picked 3. As you place them down in this almost Y pattern, it reminds you of a place of high collaboration is somewhere. You're hearing the faint roars of chanting crowds. The ability to adapt to the moment, to adversity, happens a lot in this location. You're not quite sure why, but you feel like you're being drawn back towards home for you, as you know that the park, the Tri-Field Park, is actually really close to that, and you're getting this strong urge of like, yeah, sports, something along the lines of that. With this, like a place that has all 3 of these qualities also has 3 fields. 3, and there's the 3 of you, now 4, but the 3 of you that have been doing this. And something about that number and that aspect of collaboration is pulling you in that direction.
Whoa, guys. Whoa. I'm getting to number 3.
Yeah, you took 3 cards out.
He's got his hands out, but his eyes are slowly like. So Marvin's eyes are normally all black, right? But as they're rolling up in the back of his head, right? You're starting to get these like white and purple undertones, right? That you normally don't see. So they're starting to come out from under. He's like, I'm really getting a field, 3 fields, and there's a crowd cheering. Oh, it's closer to home, closer to my home. Oh, what's that? Dart. You like nature and shit. And so do you, Yukon. You give me just nature vibes. What's that field over by my house called? It's got 3 fields. It's a park. It's got 3 fields, and people like to play sports and cheer there.
Johnny will chime in and be like, oh, are you talking about Tri-Field Park? I know that they like to do a lot of betting out there and stuff. Maybe that's where they're at.
That's it. It's even got the number 3 in it.
Whoa!
Like, my eyes are stuck.
Legitimately blown Johnny's mind.
Massaging his eyes, trying to get him to go back down. Like, my eyes are stuck. The universe works in mysterious ways, fellows. I think we gotta go to the park.
I mean, that's as good as a spot as any. We can show this young whippersnapper a thing or two about what happens when you take on the Shell School and maybe get some of my priceless items back from him.
Question.
Go. Shoot.
I have never once on this planet felt as if I needed to use the restroom. However, now in this moment, I feel as if I may need to use the restroom. Where is your restroom?
Well, it was over there, as he points towards what was the bathroom.
Do my best. He's just gonna go stand over there.
Yeah, I mean, you can. There's enough of a wall to.
No, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh,
Yeah, he's just gonna stand there and just until he feels better.
okay.
He's just gonna stand there.
You didn't need to
told
use
you,
the
he doesn't-
bathroom, but you
yeah,
did
we
need to
talked
go
about
to the
this.
bathroom.
Something about it means something.
He's just gonna go stand over. Do you guys think this is a metaphor for real life? No, I'm doing great right now. I don't need a break. We're chilling. Marvin's just touching into other parts of the universe. The Greys don't use the restroom like everyone else. Their system does its thing.
While you go to the bathroom, just physically be there. Yeah, Marvin says the universe works in weird ways. I feel like Marvin works in weird ways.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Guys, your friend is something. But if he's right, I won't second guess it. That's as good of a guess as I have.
Absolutely. And I've recognized, to other people, I'm probably weird too.
You're not weird. You're just like any other fish folk, right?
Yukon, telling someone they're not weird feels weird.
I guess that's true.
You're not weird either, Yukon. Sensei.
You can call me Yukon. It's fine. I think at this point, we'll deal with Cosmic and then come back and I'll just have to rebuild my dojo again. Johnny's like, whoa, when did you have to build it the first time? Well, when I moved here, and they're going to just kind of talk amongst themselves about history of his dojo a little bit. You're welcome to rummage through the remains here, prep anything you'd like before going towards the Trifield, or if there's anyone you want to call or find, you're definitely welcome to do so.
Yeah, I'd like to. Once Marvin clears his head, feels better. He's like, oh man, Soul just really needed to get some gunk out there. Okay. Oh, I need to call my boss. Have I ever called in sick? I probably got some time. Yeah, I should probably call my boss. So he's gonna call his boss to call in sick. I don't think he's coming in today.
Okay, yeah. You do work later. You call your boss, and anyone who's listening at a distance, it just kind of sounds like a Charlie Brown conversation, or like over the phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've actually never met your boss. They do.
No.
It's all like.
Yeah, it's all online. He could be a robot for all I know.
Yeah.
But he's got to make the call. He's not going to be there today. So, however you want to handle that, you want to do the talk, we'll do the talk. But if you want to do just the walk, we'll do the walk.
I think we'll just do the walk because this isn't anime. This isn't everyday life.
You thought this was a life simulator? Were you playing D&D if we were doing that?
Yeah. Yeah. Who has the card from the detective from last time?
I
The
do.
detective still has the card, I thought.
No, I have.
Oh, his
Yeah.
business card.
Yeah, business card.
Sorry. used to
I
my
would say
cards.
we haven't specifically stated it, but I do think that everyone has some kind of cellular device, whether it's
Okay.
like a flip phone or early
Right.
smartphone. He did say last time that if you know where Cosmic is at, give him a ring, a little heads up, or if you had any more information.
I would not call him unless I'm like looking at Cosmic.
Okay. Okay.
Like actively looking at him.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, you don't want to waste his time.
Let me move something off the map then.
You know what? I'm getting an inkling that I should call this detective. The universe is just screaming to me right now.
You actually, he didn't give you the card. You gave him a card.
Yeah.
As you all prepare, you're welcome to like try and pump yourselves up to before going into combat. Either self-talk, pump up, center, all those terms for trying to get temporary dice in any given pool. Kind of thing. You're welcome to do so. And how that works is, although you're not technically proficient in it, I don't mind. These are moves. So pump up would be like you rolling your combat dice, and you get temporary hit dice for half of your highest roll. So it's not about how many successes you have, it's about trying to roll as high as possible. Same for like self-talk if you're trying to get more willpower, center if you're trying to get more magic. Again, your whatever pool it is, that's the one you roll for the temp dice.
All right, so I'm gonna try pump up.
Mm-hmm.
So you say I roll my combat pool?
Yeah, you can roll combat and action if you want, because action, again, dice can be used for anything.
All right, hear me out.
Oh no.
I'm trying to pump myself up.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the School of Martial Arts, right?
Yeah.
And it's all wrecked?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to pump myself up. But I was really digging this class. Oh, man. I don't know when UConn's going to teach us again if he has to put this place back together. I imagine wherever the storage area is, that the belt are kept, like the colored belts are kept.
Yeah.
I'm going to be peering into that like broken wall or whatever the situation is and seeing all the different colored belts.
Yeah.
And realizing how far I have to go.
Mhm.
And that's me narrating my fail.
I'll say that out of all the belts, they keep the white belts, yellow, orange, blue, everything. Most of them are like torn or slightly burned, but there's one immaculate yellow belt that just rests there, peering back at you like you're not there yet.
Never gonna get there if this place is wrecked.
Technically, you do get at least 2 combat dice, temporary combat dice. Yeah,
I'll take the 2.
Can you say what needs to be done for the center one again?
So so centering yourself. So with that one, you can roll as many magic dice and action dice as you'd like, and half of your highest roll, round it up. So Dart rolled a 3, that's 1.5, that's why you got 2. You just can roll them, and that is however you want to kind of role play it, whether it's the combat one usually is a little bit easier. That's like, oh, I'm charging up, or key.
Yeah.
Or like I'm Mission Impossible, the fist cocking, like, thing. So,
yeah. You just pull a Henry Cavill? Is
yeah.
that what you said?
Yeah, you do the Henry Cavill.
Where he grows a beard even more and loses a shirt pocket?
That was him doing a transformation, actually.
It was Henry Cavill's Magic Girl transformation.
How would Marvin, like, magic charge up look as you roll these dice to try and get temp dice? It's usually pretty quick.
Let me roll this first. I just want to see what the roll is, and then I'll tell you what it looks like. Oh, I got 2 exploding.
Oh.
I got 2 explodes. So this was.
You got a 9.
Yeah, a 9.
Yeah, 9. So yeah.
So you actually, that's an interesting thing because it runs into another rule, is you can only have as many temp dice as your maximum, as your original pool. So you would get 5 if your magic score pool was 5, but it's 4. So you only get 4 temp dice.
I'm still good with that. So what I imagine is Marvin's starting to put together that there's something magical about this deck of black cards. And he decides, after having that little experience of his soul feeling like it needs to use the bathroom, that he's going to go sit in the dead center of all the rubble. It's very inconvenient. He's going to sit in the dead center of the room. And he splays the cards out like he does like a fan in front of him. And then he just closes his eyes and just focuses on the center card in the center of the splay, which happens to again be collaboration. As he's focusing on that, he starts to feel like a little ant crawling through the rubble. He starts to feel himself kind of drift into the mind of the ant, into the hive mind, as he can feel himself filling with magic, almost to the point of overfilled, He starts to feel shaky and he pulls back. Whoa, man. Weird. That's some weird shit.
I think that this would be noticeable from everyone, Dart, Yukon, and Johnny as well. Where as you kind of charge up, similar bell sounds that you heard from the moth last time. When you charge up, it does a similar bell at the end.
Yeah.
But you're the one emitting it instead of the all black moth.
It's weird. That was an ant.
I think that would be a good point where Johnny is also going to kind of do his pump up, talk to himself, and try and get some temporary dice. Yukon is stretching, preparing as well. Your team actually is looking really solid as far as damage goes. Johnny is the most injured out of everyone since he had that fight the night before. But you all can make your way towards the Trifield Stadium and parking area, which again, as a reminder of what it was when they were there, Johnny was there last time, or not Johnny, Cosmic was there last time. This is 3 separate like soccer fields that can also be easily converted into other required fields for football or baseball or whatever, depending on the season requirements. They make this kind of Y shape, but there's a parking structure in the center of it where there's food carts, little shopping areas for various sporting teams that come in. It's also a great place to hang out and have, the local food carts throughout the year. It's also, if you're trying to trade off something or hand something off to somebody, it's a great way that's public that, has a lot of exits for those purposes. As you approach this field, it is a busier day and night. Food carts are going. You can smell the smells of salt and butter and meats and vegetables going. There's a plethora of cars in this parking lot, which it's a pretty big parking lot. Any American mall would be equivalent of a parking lot, but in the center of it, you do see a group of motorcycles circled up with a limousine parked, blocking off an entire pathway down one of the aisles, and then a fancy sports car amongst this circle of motorcycles. People are driving around them, trying not to obviously bug whoever this is because they look scary and rough. At a distance, you can tell that one of the people is Cosmic, another is Chop, and another is Wakizashi as they stand out like a sore thumb to you. You haven't seen the other people before, but I'll have you entering in from the north near the food carts because that's one of the easier ways to enter on foot. And yeah, that's where you'll be at, where I've placed your tokens. All the scaling is correct, so every square, just like Dungeons & Dragons and other stuff, is 5 feet. For the sake of movement, but they do not see you at this time.
That's the Rotten Core Gang right there. I pull out my cell phone and the business card, one in each hand. This reminds me, I gotta call Professor Detective Dr. Mr. Apple right now. So I'm gonna dial the number and see what happens.
Bleep, bloop, bloop, bleep, bloop, bloop, bloop. Bring, bring, bring.
Hello, this is Professor Dr. Officer Apple. Who's calling?
Doctor!
Yes?
This is me, Dart, from earlier.
Oh, yes, the small green friend I made. The Froggle, yes.
Right, yeah. I'm looking at the Rotten Core Gang, including, you know who.
Cosmic is there? Who else is he with?
There's the limo, there's the tall one, there's the pig one.
Chomp and Wakizashi are there as well. And
Whoa.
where are you at?
Yeah, those are the names, that's right.
And where
I
are
hung
they?
out with those guys. They're pretty cool. Wait a second. We're at the 3 fields that,
The Trifield Stadium Park and Shopping District?
Yeah, Marvin won't shut up about it.
You hear him grabbing keys and stuff, and he's like,
Keep them there. Well, you should probably call 911 too, but I'll be there in just a moment.
Well, 911's for emergencies. They're just people hanging out.
As you say that, you do see 2 police cars roll up, sirens off, park, and you see Officer Mounds and Officer Joy step out of their vehicles.
Oh, yeah, and I recognize them as crooked cops.
Right.
Yeah, the Rotten Core Gang's here and a few other criminals as well. I gotta go. You want me to keep them busy, right?
Let me know. Call this number again if they move. I'm on my way.
Okay.
He hangs up his phone, his cellular device, and I'd say in like a minute, I'm sure you all will do something, but in a minute, you'd hear like a sonic boom in the distance. And we'll see what happens.
Sonic boom.
Yeah. A crack of thunder. Something happens. But you're all welcome to do whatever you'd like. Is you're standing over there. You see the group. Tempora 9 is there with his friend, and it looks like Cosmic is handing over some stuff to them, and money is and items are being exchanged and passed. And Yukon's like, those rotten gang core, Apple core member people, they need justice. Justice needs to be served.
So, they placed a bet on Johnny losing.
And I
But
won.
Johnny fought with all his might and won.
You would have been so
They
proud.
lost their money and assumed Johnny should pay them back. We didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, I don't think we need to focus too much on who placed a bet on who. I think what we need to focus on is that they showed up and they burnt down your beloved dojo and they did a lot of vandalism on your workplace. That makes them criminals.
Johnny,
They're pretty bad people.
how much money do you know that they're expecting from you? And he's hemming and hawing and he's, 200,000 or so, give or take, some zebs. And his eyes wide. 200,000 zebs. What? He's like, yeah, I and he like opens up his bag that has his belongings that he grabbed from the auto body shop. I'm like, I technically have it here, and you can see that he has a lot more than 200,000 zebs in his bag that he's been holding on to. Again, he's been saving to go around the world to train with people. I mean, we could give it to them and see if they stop this madness.
I mean, if I can just throw an idea out there, they haven't seen us yet. So we could turn back around with all that money and go do something the fuck else. It's just an idea. I'm not saying it's a great idea, but it is an idea.
Are you suggesting gambling with this money?
No,
'Cause
I'm
that's kind of the
suggesting-
problem that led us here.
No, I'm suggesting that we don't lose that looks a lot of money. I'm suggesting we don't accidentally get the shit kicked out of us in this wildly unpredictable game of life and lose all of Johnny's money.
I don't think we're the insurance behind their bad bet. I don't think you owe them anything. They need to be stopped.
I agree. They need justice brought to them, and we should apprehend them and bring in the police to take them away. Though that group over there, I'm in well enough, I can tell the police what they've done to my dojo. As Yukon starts strutting towards the group of bikers, you all will also hear like a whizzing sound of something flying and then landing in by the limousine as everyone kind of turns in that direction. So no one's looking in your direction as Yukon's heading over and walking towards the cars. His long strides make it quick. Johnny follows behind.
I'm also gonna follow.
What is Marvin doing?
Oh, there's a guy right here that presumably just heard everything we said, so I'm just taking a look at him.
He's sitting on his tricycle, which is a motorcycle with 3 wheels, eating a gyro.
A euro.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
And listening to his headphones, and saw you all, but is paying no mind as he's like, not my deal.
Perfect.
As a refresher, it's nighttime.
Yeah, it's like 4 p.m. 4 or 5. Like, it's getting dark.
Yeah, cool. So Marvin's gonna stay a little bit in the back of everyone, though. He's gonna follow behind. He just wanted to make sure that guy was only headphones and whatnot. Now that he's seen how much money Johnny's just carrying around on his person, Marvin has become a lot more nervous with the situation. Just from a practical standpoint, not even from a like that's. This is from a like, okay, I kind of care for these people, and that's a lot of money to be toting around just for toting around's sake,
Yeah. This is why you have a bank account, people. Just saying. As you approach, Cosmic is actually going to be able to now see you all as he saunters over, or closer towards you, Chop behind, and Wakizashi with him as well, as the others are talking amongst themselves of something in the distance.
What happened to his hair?
Right? It is chopped. Yes, you. That is a good reminder. Cosmic, human, skinny, tall, in a biker jacket and jeans with a white shirt underneath, classic greaser look. Had a pompadour that was chopped off, so now he just kind of has like a mussed up, shorter hair, and it lays a little bit more like a mullet now. Business up front, party in the back, because pompadours, you kind of scoop everything forward. So now he's got this bad bowl cut mullet combo rocking. Cosmic is, you can see that he's injured. His leather jacket is a little bit torn, still kind of bruised, has some bruises on his cheeks from the tussle before, so he's not in tip-top shape. Chop is looking very injured. Wakizashi is a little bit more injured as well, but they don't look the best. They've been running all night and haven't had a chance to sleep yet. As they approach you, you're welcome to say anything before something happens.
Someone say what fell out of the sky? You said we heard it. So.
Yeah, you heard it. Yeah, go ahead. Your combat hasn't started yet, so your dice will refresh. You're welcome to roll. Be a seek, a charisma roll.
And I can do my action on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that'll be 6 dice.
Oh, yeah, you see
is
it.
A
5 and a 7.
7, yeah.
Yeah. You would have seen that actually Apple flew in.
Oh, he's here now.
He's here.
That's efficient.
He landed on the other side of the limousine, the far side, so you can't see him fully, but you did see, like, is that a bird? Is that a plane? No, that's Apple, the police officer, somehow flying.
I gotta learn that technique. Everything's a physical technique to me, by the way.
I knew the King of Swords was good for that, man.
And the majority of the gang is actually looking at Apple as Cosmic is approaching you. The 2 police officers are Mounds and Joy. You can tell from their body language, playing dumb, like, we didn't know what was going on over there. As Apple is being like, you're all under arrest. So he's heightening the situation over on his side. Yukon is moving towards, just like, Cosmic, I owe you a double set of black eyes for what you did. As Cosmic's not even paying attention, just tisking at y'all, like, Johnny, you still owe us money, buddy. We only were able to make some of that back. Hope you brought the rest.
Do you think Johnny has the money to pay you back for your dumb gambling? He has to pay for the stuff you wrecked instead. It's a bad investment to break things. You gotta build capital. Someone told me that once.
Well, the only thing we're gonna be breaking now is your skulls, because Johnny, you better give us that money. Otherwise, I'm gonna make your friends over there pay for it with their blood. As he pulls out his wooden sword that he has, and Wakizashi pulls out his real sword, and Chop pulls out his chain whip.
As he threatens to break our skulls, I am going to turn to Marvin and ask, this might be rude, but like completely turn away from whatever's building up. Do you have a skull that he's threatening?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty big misconception that these dumbasses have about us. You see, they think that our skull kind of balloons up, right? But it's actually a normal size. There's just a big old layer of fat right here. He squishes in a little bit.
Like a camel's hump.
Yeah, it's where we store a lot of nutrients. It's wild.
It's like a built-in helmet. That would be great for getting hit in the face.
Nah, it's pretty rad, actually.
Well, I think it's gonna come in handy now. So we have Yukon, Cosmic, Johnny, Dart, Yukon, Cosmic, Marvin, Wakizashi, Chop, and ending with Johnny. As far as turns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good thing you brought your martial arts instructor, who is a little OP. Considering
we
that
had to.
Yeah, he has a 7d8 on his initiative rolls.
Oh my god.
He's only a level 5 actual fighter, though, so it's
But you see, like,
because he's a mutant.
I feel like this is good for us as a group as well, because like if this goes well, it's kind of like a look at my mentor moment for the 2 of them, and it's also a reminder to Marvin that he needs to take care of himself. But if it goes awful, it could even be even better. So
Well, it's also good that you have him at full health of what I had him at, which was like basically one hit would have knocked him out again. But starting combat, you feel the rush of the heavy metal music pounding in your ears as the faint distant, whatever music was playing at these food carts turns into the metal music I've been using for editing.
Hell yeah.
As you all see your Sensei Yukon, it almost seems like a golden aura goes around him as he just rushes in a blink of an eye, but to stand between Cosmic and Chop, and he is going to make a flurry of strikes towards Cosmic. How many does he want to do? He's got 13. He's not going to go all out because, you don't know why. Yeah. But he'll do 5. He has 4 successes, so that's going to stage up his basic strike as he runs up, and you just see a series of like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Classic basic punches striking out. Cosmic's going to take... This punch does a lot of damage to Cosmic. He's already been injured for our purposes. His non-lethal track of light, moderate, and severe is pretty much full already, so that moved this strike to be a lethal one because his lethal track lower end was already up there. It also causes him to have a stun, so every time from now on that Cosmic has to roll initiative, it's reduced by 1. To hit you all is up by 1 now. So basically, your target number to hit when he's trying to hit you is no longer 4, it's a 5. He has to roll. That's why if you're injured, you really should stop fighting and run away. He doesn't know that lesson right now. Yukon, also being a very skilled martial artist, he used his movement, he used his action. He rolled so well on initiative, he actually gets to go again. He's surprised, as the online community says, he surprised them. And he's going to use 5 more dice. So he's still looking pretty good with his pool. But he only got 1 success, so that's just going to give him a non-lethal moderate as he gets hit 1 more time. Cosmic is looking pretty injured, but again, Sensei Yukon is surrounded. Because he moved in, though, some of the other thugs that are part of the gang that were looking towards Officer Apple are now looking in your direction, so they may join in. That brings us to Cosmic's turn. Cosmic, being hurt, he does have his wooden sword that kind of gives him a little bit of an advantage because on top of his 3 combat dice and 7 action dice, he also has 2 for swords. Being that he's so injured, he's going to use all of them. So that's 9 combat effectively that he's going to roll. Let's see. He gets 3 successes against Sensei Yukon, staging up this damage and causing him to stumble a little bit. It's the first time you've actually seen Sensei Yukon stumble, but he has the ability to defend with his defense dice and action if he wants, and he blocks 2. Okay, he's able to defend a little bit, and he's doing fine. That brings us as Cosmic swings out with his wooden sword. Makes purchase on Yukon, but he's taken it in stride. That brings us to Johnny's turn. Johnny, following suit with his sensei, is going to actually run up over to Chop, knowing that Chop is probably one of the weaker ones of the group, although Johnny is injured. Okay, my dice are hot, exploded. So he gets 3 successes against Chop. Chop is not the most athletic of their group, to put it nicely.
You don't say.
And he has 1 defense dice, and we'll see what happens. He succeeds in 1, so 2. He's looking pretty injured already from the 1 strike. That brings us to Dart. You've seen your sensei, you've seen your friend run into the fray and start fighting. It is now your turn.
So I'm pretty sure I can strike.
Yeah.
And I know I have size put away.
Mhm.
I'm too scared to draw blood in this world right now.
Yeah.
So I'll keep the size for later. I'm mostly mad at Cosmic. I'm gonna go give him a strike. That's 30 feet of movement. I'm gonna do that attack. I'm gonna do some combat and some action rolls. I believe that's my only turn, and I also think that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
I will save 2 action dice because I did have the multiple initiative last time, and I felt the pain of going all out
Right.
and not holding back a little bit. Oh, I do have those bonus combat. I'm gonna roll my temp dice though now.
Once you use them, they're gone.
Yeah,
But you have
that sounds temporary.
Yeah.
No, I had all fails when I rolled my 8.
Yeah. All right. You're going all out on your attack. You're holding back 2 action dice just in the event something happens.
Yeah.
And although Cosmic is kind of surrounded, he still has his allies nearby. He sees you and expertly doesn't need to really dodge because you didn't make purchase on your hit.
My arms are shorter than I remembered.
Yeah.
It's the token. The token I'm using confused me.
Well, this and this is like your first real fight.
Oh man, no! In sparring practice, this is a distance I would stand to hit the practice bag. I need to be a few inches closer to make contact.
Cosmic's kind of lanky. He's actually thinner than your punching bag. Since the Yukon's actually going to try something unique here, he's looking at Wakizashi hasn't gone yet and is going to try and wave his fingers towards him and go, "You are sleepy, sleepy," because he doesn't want to get cut up again. And he only has 2 magic dice to use, but wants to try this anyway. Wakizashi is able to resist the hypnosis to sleep. It's just one of the tricks Yukon has trying on his turn. But it is then Cosmic's turn again, seeing these shenanigans. "Oh, you want to step up, little froggy guy? You're gonna play with the big boys. I guess I gotta
That's right!
I gotta teach you a lesson." So he did 9. So he's just going to taunt you with his charisma dice so that you focus on him and not his friends. He has 1 success. So if you want to resist his taunt, basically taunt, what it does is on a success, you are antagonized. You can't attack anyone else but him unless you defend to break through. So if you want to, you can choose to. This comes in handy if you're trying to pull someone off of a person attacking.
I mean, I'll try to fight it off.
Yeah, so it'd just be a willpower roll, and you can roll as many willpower dice as you want.
All my willpower and my remaining action.
Oh,
oh my god!
You have a 7 and a 15, 14.
Yeah.
I think you resist just fine at that point. As he's like, "You want to go, little froggy guy? Play with the big boys."
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. Marvin's turn.
Move myself up the 20 feet I can, and watching them fight as Marvin's kind of standing over here by this truck. He just sees them all moving so quick, and he starts rummaging around in his pack, and he pulls out a card that just says "Inspire." And as he's watching them move really quick, he starts feeling a little tickle on the tips of his fingers, and he starts just kind of going like this. These little bits of sparks come off, little sparkly fingers start happening, and he looks at Wakizashi. He's like, "Oh man, I actually kind of liked you a little bit. Oh, you're being a little bit of a bitch right now." And then he, in a completely not climactic way, just wiggles his little fingers as little sparks, not even lightning, little sparks float through the air unappealingly at Wakizashi, so they don't seem like he should dodge them.
I feel like it's just like somehow a very slow ball lightning, just like.
Yeah, he's new to this, He's new to this, so it looks like the cost is 1 magic. I'm curious.
You just have to roll the hit. Yeah, so 1 magic is the minimum required to cast the lightning fingers or sparkle fingers. But you can roll as many as you want. It just means you.
Now, just so I can understand this fully, because it's been a little bit since we did combat.
Mm-hmm.
If I use my action dice, do they reset the next initiative that we roll?
Yeah. So as long as you don't burn any, they all reset on the next round.
Cool.
Yeah.
So he feels really confident in this, and I just want to see some fun shit happen. So I'm gonna roll my action, my magic, and my temp magic, because why not? This is a game. It's fun. So that's going to be 4, so that'll be 8, and then 3, so that will be a number of 11. 11 dice.
Oof, this is gonna do something.
I'm really glad I rolled all those dice. I'm really glad.
Out of the 11.
It does hurt my feeling it's the first one that was a success.
Yeah.
These being in order, it's not always nice.
So just so the audience Just so the audience is aware, I rolled 11 dice, and I rolled 1 exploding, so that'll be for a total of 6. And then it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3.
I'm gonna probably leave that
10
one
misses.
in. Yeah.
And also, for the listening audience, Marvin is a gray alien with a rainbow afro and a fanny pack.
Sparkles out of his fingers.
Shooting sparkles out of his fingers. And he said, "Oh man, I kind of liked you, but you're being a bitch." And I'm using every fiber of my being to keep it all together during this because that's why.
So as you shoot the spark of electricity towards your target, he looks at it slowly, like watches it and doesn't believe that it's gonna hit him because it's just so slow apparently, and it tasers him, and you just see him like, oh, what?
I'm glad my punches missed because that would have got me too.
Since he's already injured, you can tell that probably normally wouldn't have hurt him as bad as it currently does, but maybe another good placed hit might take Wakizashi down. As it's his turn, and he's going to run up. No one has like attack opportunities yet, so he's going to run up to you, and he only has 1 action this turn. He also has swords, but he actually has a metal sword. So
Yeah, he
this
does.
might hurt differently. He's only going to roll 4 dice.
You had 2 defense dice I can roll.
He ooh rolls an 11. So that's
Yeah.
that will count as 2 successes because it's 6 over your target number to hit. So you can roll however much defense dice to bring it down a little bit. Even if you get 2 successes, it's still going to hit you.
Yes.
And deal the base damage. It's
So-
just reducing it after that.
Yeah, it looks like it was 1. I'm assuming a success. It exploded, so it was a 2 and then a 4.
6.
So that's a 6.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, and 1, 6.
Yeah, so you bring it down by 1. It's still going to do base damage, which is lucky for you. You're going to take non-lethal moderate damage.
We got a gnarly bruise.
Yeah, nice little cut on you. Chop is going to attempt to hit. Oh wow, he actually does hit your sensei with his chain whip behind him. Your sensei is doing pretty decent. Oh yeah, and he so he avoids the kind of grapple condition, but he's still going to take also a non-lethal moderate point of damage as the chain like wraps around his forearm trying to catch him, but then he just pulls out of it. It still hurts, but he's able to avoid any additional effects. Nice, but he's looking good. Chop. Last is Johnny. Johnny's used a lot of his stuff the first round. He is going to try and pump himself up mid-combat with the 1, and he gets 1 temp dice that he can use next round for combat. Okay, top of the round, re-roll your initiatives. So similar to last time, except for at the end of the round, we're going to have a thug come in who's going to be joining from this bottom section. So Yukon, seeing that attention is starting to be pulled over, Cosmic Crisp is attacking and keeping focus. You can all see at the far end over by the limousine, the limo is starting to move away as Officer Apple is trying to arrest them, but they're making their way as Mounds and Joy are trying to get into the same car to run away. A few thugs are keeping Apple occupied, as also you see Tempura 9 working on Apple at the moment as that limousine starts pulling away. The old man who was with Tempura 9 is rushing towards the sports car as he's going to try and get away as well. This commotion is causing other normal NPCs that we saw previously worry that there's a fight breaking out. in the parking lot. So something may happen, or a couple things may happen at initiative 10, which sadly will be before any of you do stuff. As Yukon is, again, trying to focus his attention on Cosmic, he strikes towards him. Cosmic actually is able to use his wind sword to parry and defend a little bit and reduce the damage down. He still takes a little bit of a hit as Yukon pushes that sword into his shoulder, the wooden sword into his shoulder, causing another bit of light damage to him. But he is still up. If you all were possibly to team up on him, he might go down a little quicker. Yukon attempts again. As Yukon attacks, Cosmic is able... He has his rolls 2 defense dice, his last 2, both exploded. So blocking Yukon's attack fully, that non-lethal moderate damage. And on one of the explosions, it exploded again, so that goes over. And actually, because it got 12, 17, it succeeded so much that he got 4 full successes on that, reducing the damage down to nothing. So what happens in the game is if you're defending and you meet the number of successes, the attacker still deals the damage. But once you get more successes after, it stages it down by 1 for each one. So non-lethal, moderate, to light, then to nothing. If it's lethal, then it goes to non-lethal. But then you still have to work it down. So if you hit as the attacker, it's beneficial. Looks like Cosmic was able to block that one completely. He's just out of defense dice at the moment. He is working pretty hard to stay up against Yukon's advancements. And it brings us to round 10, or initiative 10. Again, you all rolled pretty low. A car is going to pull through here as it tries to get away. I need defense rolls from everyone. Cosmic's actually be knocked over, so he's going to be prone. I need defense rolls, or if you have some other kind of ability, you can roll it. Yukon's going to use a flash step ability that, let's see if he does not succeed. So he's also going to get knocked over as this car drives by, hitting some of you.
I believe mine exploded twice. So if I'm understanding how this worked, that's going to be 8, 10.
So you're perfectly fine. The target number I was looking for was a 5.
I got a 3 and a 3.
So you are also knocked prone, which, largely doesn't do much. Attacks against you are a little easier, similar to Dungeons & Dragons and other systems. It is Johnny's turn. Johnny was actually able to dodge out of the way, just barely. Did cost him some of his defense dice, as he's going to continue his assault and go all out on Chop here. Cool. So that stages it up. Johnny is able to... He is placing these well-placed punches and now a kick towards Chop's head. Stages it up, and this actually causes Chop to stumble a little bit. Again, Chop is not the strongest of the group and is stunned. Chop is also going to have a hard time with his attacks against other people. Dart's turn. You see Cosmic on the ground. Sensei Yukon is on the ground, prone. You're prone. Johnny has been working at Chop. Chop is looking a little dazed, but you're able to use half your movement if you want to stand up and do whatever you'd like, since you're not a UFC grappler, where being on the ground helps you out.
I will stand up. I will use all action and all combat dice, except one, to do a strike. Good old open palm.
Against whom?
Against, what's his face? Cosmic.
Okay.
559 are the important ones.
Hell yeah.
He, again, has no defense dice to defend against you, so these are all successes.
He was also prone, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going hammer fist. Just to his torso, because that's the word of the day.
Because he's prone, the target number to hit is reduced by 1, so from 4 to 3, so it actually made it quite... So that actually gives you 2 more on this one. So that's 5 successes total. You're going to stage up your damage quite a bit on him as you hammer fist down into his chest. Because of where he's at with damage, this would technically fall into his deadly damage, which is an auto KO. So how do you want to auto KO him?
Broken ribs, mostly.
You pop up only to use that momentum to bring a hammer fist down as you like drop all your weight into this strike. You hear the crack of his like sternum and ribs as the air just leaves his body, and his head.
It's not nice to break things, Cosmic Crisp.
If he could have before passing out said something, he would have, but nothing. He is just out cold. Which Chop and Wakizashi are gonna be like, what? Which like startles them a little bit. Cosmic is out, which is good because that was gonna be his turn next. Yukon is able to pop up and he's just gonna spin kick Chop in the head to help Johnny out. Man,
that
Mike
just felt like a whole list of verbs.
Yeah,
You really did.
spin kick Chop. It's a 8 to hit. Again, Chop doesn't have anything to defend against. And as he pops up, spins around, and you just see the foot actually, because he's so big, whiz over Dart's head. And it comes down at an angle and hits Chop in like the neck shoulder region. And you just see him like crumple. And he might need a neck brace later because he also goes down. He's like, I didn't mean to hit him that hard. Guy needs to hit the gym.
Chop's got a weak neck. We know his weak spot. He's useless without his neck.
That brings us to Marvin. Your turn. Wakizashi has run up to you, tried to. He did slice you with his sword a little bit.
Marvin grabs at the wound a little bit. He's never been cut like this before. I mean, he doesn't even cook food really. You know what I mean? Like he just buys the stuff at the mart and eats batteries. So he kind of grabs at his cut and like, oh man, that really hurt. Really hurts. And then he looks over and sees this cacophony of pain happen over by them as a car swings by and misses, just barely hitting Marvin. He looks up at Wakizashi and he reaches into his pack real quick and pulls out another card. The card of growth. He goes, Wakizashi, man. I just always, since I met you, felt like you actually are a pretty decent person. And just look at what these people have turned you into. I think right now is a real good time for some character development and growth. You don't have to be like this, man. You can change. You can be stronger. Why don't you put away the sword and apologize to Yukon? He's an ass, but he's an understanding ass. And I'm gonna try to charm him.
Yeah. Do your charm person against Wakizashi. Oh, you know, this sucks for him. Go ahead, roll. I just want to, because it's yeah. Go ahead, roll.
So it's 2 explosions. So that's gonna be 6 and 6.
Funny thing about Wakizashi, for being probably one of the group's strongest determined people, has 0 will dice, actually. Which he didn't know going into it. So he has no way to defend against this attack. He will immediately... Charm isn't brainwashing, but he hears what you're saying. He hears it. He sees you. And this might change his life, honestly, because he is going to drop his sword, turn around, and do the deepest bow he has ever done. And just, I am so sorry, Sensei Yukon. I will make this up to you. I promise. And I will do better from now on. Which is the most he's ever said for years.
Take the sword.
Yeah, you could pick it up.
If he just drops it on the ground,
Yeah.
Marvin picks it up. He's not getting hit with this thing again. Are you kidding me? That sucked.
You're
He's definitely-
confiscating it.
Yeah, he's definitely like one-handing, like holding his chest together, and then the other hand holding the sword.
They're getting slashed open and telling the person to do better with their life. The freaking the speech after physically assaulting somebody. No one's ready for that.
Well, he looks like a clown.
Gosh, dude.
I imagine that if this was an anime in this moment, everything slows down. The talk no jutsu moment happens where the music gets softer. There's a piano and a flute for some reason. The wind is going by and his rainbow afro is just shaking a little bit in the wind.
Yeah. It's like silent. You can do better.
Yeah.
You do better, man.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure that was gonna work.
The last thing to happen in this round, because Chop's out, Wakizashi is out. The one thug who turned around is going to try and run up to the person he thinks he could actually hurt, which happens to be Dart, being the smallest, closest one. He rolls 1 success to hit you, rolls a 4, and he is going to stab at you with a knife.
Cool. I'm gonna use my defense dice that I didn't use for the car attack. And I got a 6.
So he'll still do damage to you. It's going to be a non-lethal moderate, but you take that damage as he, and you can see that he's relatively like newer of the group. He doesn't have the same leathers on. In fact, he just kind of has like a green tracksuit on as he does this. That's the end of this round. I'll say at the beginning of the next, because there's 2 different events going on, Mounds and Joy are going to get away in their police vehicle. Apple was able to take out some of the thugs, but Tempura 9 is causing some issues. However, he is going to leave as soon as the limo leaves as well at the end of this round, top of the next. So there's a few thugs that are over by Apple who are, let's do the right symbols on here, knocked out, KO'd, big old X's over the characters. But Apple's looking pretty injured as well. I'll say that combat ends at this point as unless you want to attack the thug as he runs away, but he's seeing the writing on the wall and he's going to try and hop on his motorcycle to get away. You're welcome to chase after him, and I'd say that you can attack him if you want or say something.
He ran up here and poked me and he's running away?
Yeah.
I'm gonna chase him down, and I'm gonna use the weapons I have from the school.
Me.
Sure. I will say that all the thugs have a pretty low initiative of 1, so you definitely would be able to run over to him and use this as like a final action of whatever happens as he like throws a leg over the motorcycle and sees you coming at him.
Nice. As he's trying to get at the start, because I imagine it's not very high quality.
Not yet, yeah.
I'm gonna return the poke favor.
Sure. What are you using? What weapon?
Pull out the sign, and let's go with the old poke.
You have access to all your action and combat dice, and because it's a weapon from your turtle school, I'll give you 1 additional weapon die.
Ooh, weapon die.
Yeah. Plus, you're going to be getting it when you get to level 1 anyway, so like, why not give it to you now?
A little flavor, a little taste.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going all out. Mad at this man for. All right, I got a 6, and everything else doesn't matter.
True. But that is enough to hit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He got an exploding success as well, but you still do base damage.
Okay.
So non-lethal
That's
moderate.
the same thing that happened when he attacked me.
I thought you were gonna kill him. I
I
thought this
know.
was gonna be like a dark
yeah,
arc
that
that
face. I was
happens
like,
for
oh,
Dart.
no.
It's like Dart's conscious can't handle this.
Let me double check something. I think that he only has like a non-lethal light because he's so like normal commoner NPCs only have a non-lethal light. No, I gave him more. Okay, non-lethal light damage health bar. Like they get
they're
hit
only good for
once.
Yeah.
He
Hospital.
Yeah. He technically has a lethal light, so if you were to stage it up by 1, he'd be dead and knocked out. But he takes it and it's just like turns on his motorcycle. I'll remember you. What do you want his name to be?
His name?
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
Did Dart just get a nemesis?
Yeah.
Is this his?
This is his nemesis.
Sasuke?
So I've determined his name is spelled Kib.
Kib.
Hib.
You see the Kib like is hand painted on his like hand-me-down motorcycle. You know that he'll come back at some point.
Gotta get stronger.
You shouldn't poke people unless you're willing to be poked.
The morality of Dart.
As the combat ends, the magnificent 20 seconds that it lasted, people are still running, like, are hiding over by the food courts, and people are, like, getting their cars and leaving and avoiding. Apple is using all the handcuffs that he has on his person to handcuff the ones he had knocked out, and then striding over to you all as he sees that the the 3 cosmic Wakizashi and Chop are also knocked out, and he walks towards Dart. Thanks for the tip. I'm glad we're able to apprehend these criminals, and I'm gonna make sure that they're put to justice.
Thanks for being like an actual cop.
We have a lot of crime in this city that needs some cleaning, and I'm here with the squeegee and dustbuster to get it done.
What do you use those for?
To clean up crime. I am the squeegee and the dustbuster. Like, you know what?
Being a cop sounds a lot different than I thought it would be.
You know what? It was Dart, right? Yeah. Again, thank you. As he was walking over towards to handcuff the 2 you knocked out. I'll say Wakizashi also gets away because he was not knocked out.
I do want to walk up to Yukon. I want to walk up to Yukon with Wakizashi's sword. I want to give him Wakizashi's sword.
He looks down. In his hand, it looks like a butter knife almost because he's so big. And he's like, you know what, Marvin? Thank you. As he snaps the sword in his hands. We'll make sure this is never used again.
You know, that wasn't exactly what I was planning you to do there, but, you know, you live and learn. He's gonna... And Marvin just squishes his head a little bit. He rubs his, like, where his eyebrow line should be. You know, Yukon, I don't know how old I am, and I don't know how old you are, but I gotta say, man, just keep hitting shit and maybe find someone who can, deal with the moral compass just a little bit more. As he turns to see Wakizashi running off into the distance.
Wakizashi will remember that. He had a life-changing moment. I think Marvin is weirdly enough like an agent of change for good. Like revealing,
We'll see.
You're like revealing truths about these NPCs that they didn't even know.
Yeah, we'll see. Look, it's all in the cards, man.
Yeah.
What's this bottom one? Oh, you know what this bottom one is?
What?
Love.
Speaking of love, Johnny will hug each of you, do the group hug, taking one in one arm, one in another arm. Just like, we did it, guys. We righted the wrongs. We're 3 best friends taking on crime in the city.
I imagine a little blood kind of pushing out through the wound, just like a toothpaste bottle, you know, just...
Yeah.
Ow.
I think also Yukon would be able to pick all of you up and be like, you all did such a great job. I can't believe my students and their one friend are such amazing people. While Apple stands awkwardly behind you all, handcuffing Chop and Cosmic, like, yeah, okay. Can you help me throw these guys in my police cruiser? I only have enough room for some. So the others are going to have to go in the trunk.
Wait. How the hell did your police cruiser get here? Did you fall out of the sky?
Well, he's like, true. A DM mess up, but any case, he's going to be pointing over.
No, I was going to say the one that's just parked here.
The one that's parked here. Sorry, I meant I'm going to have to put them in officer. You know what? Redo. I'm going to need your help putting them in my car. As he pulls out a pill out of his pocket, clicks it, throws it in over into a parking spot, and there's his police cruiser that just pops up out of this magic tech thing that no one really knows how it works, but how everyone has, and his car is just there now. Because this is a Dragon Ball-esque universe where vehicles can exist inside of something the size of a pill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we still in Yukon's arms?
Yes.
Being squeezed?
Yeah.
Yukon, I think he might. I think Dr. Officer Mr. Apple might be just a little bit cooler than you.
Well, we'll see about that. As he picks up Cosmic in one hand, Chop in the other, and he actually kind of gives a little huff because Chop's heavy, and drags him over to the car, which is an old school police officer paddy wagon, and just throws them all in the back. Yeah. Thank you for watching this episode of Universe Zero. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like, follow, comment, and all that fun stuff. In the following episodes, we're going to follow Marvin and Dart on their individual days off and what kind of shenanigans they get into. And as always, roll well.